From rice fields in Tanza to the war-scarred walls of Intramuros, this is the story of my father's Philippines, a journey through memory, history, and one unforgettable typhoon. Welcome to part 2 of my epic journey to the Philippines. In part 1, we mostly focused on my mom's side of the family, where she lived basically in a more rural part of the country. Now we're headed to Manila and a town outside of Manila because that's where my father grew up. It's been such an epic journey so far. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Next stop, Manila.
We are in a rice field in a city called Tanza, which is about 21 miles south of Manila. Why Tanza? Well, Tanza was where my father was born and raised more than a century ago. And a rice field, well, way back when he was here, rice fields were everywhere. Now this is one of the few that still remain. Tanza is a very busy place now. It's nice to see what it used to look like when my father was here. And here is where my father was raised. He was a little boy, so cute. It's about 5,000 square feet of space. And given the fact that he had a lot of brothers and sisters, they kind of needed it. And right across the street from my daddy's house is this. It's a gymnasium now, but it was the local market. One of Tanza's big draws is this annual festival. An estimated 1 million people will come over the course of a month or so. It's not clear when all this began, but the devotion to the patron saint dates back 200 years. While visiting Manila was mainly focused on spending time with my father's side of the family, I did get to spend some time with cousins from my mom's side, none of whom I've met before. We started the day with a visit to our mutual grandma. She passed away before I was even able to meet her. My father was a huge history buff, and specifically World War II history. Manila was pretty much leveled during that time, but the city has been trying to restore an area called Intramuros, reconstructing some of the beautiful Spanish architecture that was all over the city. This way we can see why Manila was Paris of the East. So that's where we're going to go to next.
This Intramuros part is considered as the Maynila before. Kasi pre-colonial times, this is a Muslim kingdom. When the Spanish came, bringing in Christianity here in the Philippines, building 7 churches.
We first head to Fort Santiago. It was built in 1571 to protect the walled city of Intramuros when the Spanish ruled the country.
Another layer of defense, Baluartillo de San Francisco Javier. This one po is only a part of the walls of Intramuros. So meaning, Jose Rizal is actually a national hero for fighting against the Spaniards through his 2 books. He will be transferred before he is taken to Bagong Bayan. It sparked several other rebellions.
While Rizal supported peaceful reform, his trial and execution contributed to the 2-year-long Philippine Revolution that followed and led to the Philippine Declaration of Independence from Spain in 1898. But after Spain lost the Spanish-American War, the Philippines became a U.S. territory. During World War II, Japan invaded and occupied the country.
During the Japanese era, the dungeons were used as like a prison cell. There's about 600 to 1,000 people died there. Walls still have the scars of the war with bullet shots. After the war, Intramuros was left in rubble. The restoration began 1979. We're riding the Kalesa. Wait. There are a lot of old buildings.
Can you tell me a little bit about the cathedral?
Manila Cathedral got into a rubble, so it has to be reconstructed 8 times. Not the same as before, but it's still as elegant, really pretty as before. This is Plaza San Luis complex. It's a complex of houses. You will notice the down part is made out of stone, whereas the upper part is made out of wood. The reason why it's stone, in order for us to withstand the weather, whereas for the wooden part, to give ventilation and such. The Casa Manila is actually a replication of a house during the Spanish colonial era. This is the fountain area. That place is the terrace, and then that is the house. The San Agustin Church actually stands for more than 500 years now, and it is one of the UNESCO heritage sites here in the Philippines. That door is the original door since day one.
From 1942 to 1945, the church and convent of San Agustin actually briefly became the headquarters of the Japanese soldiers. And after that, it became a refugee camp and a hospital for civilians. That is why during the World War II, in all of Intramuros, this church and convent was the only establishment to withstood the 300 bombings each day by the Americans and the Japanese. This is the tomb of Miguel Lopez de Legas, founder of Manila. He founded Manila on the year 1571. We can actually have an overview of the church from here.
Three-dimensional art. It's not actually 3D, right?
There was no such term as 3D before, so they called it as trompe-l'oeil, which refers to optical illusions. This is one of our two hidden tunnels. This one leads to Luneta Park, which was called before as Bagong Bayan. Yes. Our other hidden tunnel is hidden among the four wells inside the garden of Father Blanco, which interconnects this church to other churches inside Intramuros because it all leads to Fort Santiago.
Why did they connect like that?
For easier access, of course, especially for like the soldiers, the frailes or the priests, like that. And of course, syempre, diba, when they want to run away, they know where.
Civilians.
For the civilians,
because
it's easier.
Churches served as refugee camps. I think now you have experienced the typhoon.
Oh my goodness, typhoon! Oh. I didn't record the storm. I think I was too scared to turn the camera on. It was so loud, it's deafening, and it actually scared me. We were in the Calesa.
I said, no more. Fun.
Jollibee. Their version of McDonald's. It's my first one here. This is Santa Monica Church in Bulakan. It's not even one of the places on our itinerary, but here it is, a church that dates back to 1758. It's a real hidden gem. One thing you notice in the Philippines is the incredible devotion to Catholicism. Check this out. Right behind me is the schedule of masses. Look how many there are. Community is not just found in churches, but also when catastrophe hits, like this outpouring of help for locals whose homes were damaged by recent flooding. The Philippines is filled with farms, and I was really curious about sustainable farming here in this country. I'm going to check out this place. It's called GK Enchanted Farm, and they say they're really big into community building through farming.
This enterprise helps the community, the people who's living inside the farms. Most of them are affected by typhoon also, and most of them are living under the bridge before. That's why GK came in to give them a house to live comfortable po. They call it bayanihan. So helping each other to build not just one house but many houses po. We have 80 families living inside the farm. Our goal is to really give them livelihood inside the farm. Our mission is to really end poverty for 5 million Filipinos.
This is donated by NBA. Wow! NBA. Are you familiar?
Oops. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I have a hard... Matigas ang ulo ko. my head is hard.
And we are going to the library.
We're going to go to the plush toy store. Oh, that's a pineapple. They make all this here. The proceeds from the sales go to the residents of the farm. Here we have some of the farmland, and this is for the rice. He's going to be our tour guide. What's his name? Anong ang pangalan?
Tanggol.
Tanggol. Hey, Tanggol.
Are you ready to plant eggplant?
Yeah.
Goal of this kitchen garden is for our restaurant.
Okay.
So it's like a farm to table.
I have a brown thumb. So don't be surprised if nothing comes up in 2 months. So it's okay that there's weeds and grass here?
Yeah.
You don't have to clean that up?
It also helps to insects, so it will not directly to the
So they have other things to eat?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need also grass to balance.
I'm already watering them, because of all my sweat that's coming off. They don't need to be watered.
So we're gonna go harvest some eggplant.
How do I pull it? Just the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, do it from there? Oh, okay. There we go, you guys. My first eggplant.
So if you're wondering, I'm doing it by hand. It wasn't just for show. Apparently that is how they do it here in the Philippines. It's not particularly automated. It costs money. People do it by hand. But you really feel closer to the earth that way.
It's tickling me. It is. My cousins say that the butterfly is a sign from my now deceased parents showing their approval of my visit back to their homeland. It is a Carabao, right? Look at you. Oh no, he's pooping. Oh my goodness.
Guyabano? Oh, what?
There. Oh, that's the fruit.
Oh, yum. Looking for mangoes. I don't see any. But then we have the jackfruit tree that doesn't have any jackfruit. Okay, it's up.
But when did I become an elder?
That was scary.
Tanza, I learned, is also home to a number of notable Filipinos.
The author of the Philippine Constitution, which was the first constitution in Asia, was born here. He's okay.
Felipe Calderon. Tanza is the home of Mars Ravelo, the writer of comics. The home din of Josepino Sinisal, the composer of Ang Pasko'y Sumapit.
Is Tanza something that people should know about?
Tanza is the heart of Caviticos because Tanza is the longest shoreline in Cavite. 11-kilometer shoreline.
This building is one of the oldest buildings in Tanza. You can still see the old architecture.
The church was built in 1780, as was the nearby convent, and that's where the first president of the Philippine Republic took his oath in 1897.
My daddy paid for one of these chandeliers. His aunt was the one that kind of organized the kids to pay for a chandelier. And it's only feet away from where my father grew up.
I wanted to look inside my dad's childhood home. One of my cousins lives there now, and he and his wife agreed to let us take a peek.
This is where my father used to walk 100 years ago. Isn't that incredible? So wild. I may cry.
Only the floors and walls date back to when my dad lived here, but then we go to the kitchen.
The color of this is brown.
Oh, and you painted it?
Yes, because it's already, it's not nice anymore.
And you think that's like 100 years old now? Meron? Like around my father's?
There used to be a urinal for boys.
What?
Yes, there is
Oh my
a
goodness.
urinal for boys, and there's a little lavabo here.
Oh, there was a little sink.
Small sink.
That's funny. Look at this, a urinal right by the kitchen.
Original.
Wow.
That's the original.
We're talking 100 years, folks. This is how old this is.
So exciting!
We're gonna go to where I spent about 3 years of my life. Here's a picture of it way back when, back in 1970. Let's go check it out now. San Pedro Street. I would walk these streets. Which one? Next to the Pension Inn. Okay. Where the clothes are hanging? Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir.
So behind me is the place where I was a little girl, like between the ages of 2 and 5. Of course, I don't have much memory of it because I was really small. If you think about it, it's more than 50 years old now. Not been kept up so much, but wild. And this would be my door where there's a room for rent. The people who are here are domestic workers waiting to be shipped out to Dubai and places like that. Just waiting for their turn. Wild.
My visit to the Philippines is almost over, but I couldn't stop watching the street scene in Manila. To say this is overwhelming is such an understatement. I mean, this is where my parents lived pre-Mary. And this is where my parents met as teachers in the mid-1950s. And again, they taught here when I was little in the late 1960s.
I'm told that they would bring me to classes when they were teaching. Here's a pic of my sister and me in the courtyard.
Bet you guys never thought that learning about your history would be so tiring. You can tell by the fact that I have very little makeup on. I'm about to get on a plane to go home. But it's been a whirlwind learning about the past, learning about the present, and checking out a little bit of the history of the Philippines. Thanks for joining me on Mary Goes Round the World. Here's my tip of the week for you. Make sure you drink bottled water. Let me leave it at that. Second, there are plenty of street vendors, street food vendors everywhere, and some of them may look really enticing, but try to restrain yourself.
Probably not a good idea unless your stomach is used to the street food here. But if you want to try, go for cooked foods, visit your vendors because the food will probably be fresher, and check cleanliness.
Your stomach will thank you later.